Shaw. Through by Barkley to John McGinn. Let's get the free kick to Casemiro's despair. Digne. Looking long for Morgan Rogers. Away by Shaw. He got the touch.
Possession. It's a good ball in these early parts.
Digne. Barkley. Rogers with the ball across. Diallo. Now riding the tackle from Brian and Burmo, and here is Emi Buendia. Watkins coming for it. Ball back by Taylor, although Morgan Rogers justifiably asking the question of if an advantage could have been played.
It could have been. Casemiro's a couple of times now because he just can't get close enough to Villa. They're keeping good possession, just a bit of frustration.
Casemiro was annoyed earlier when a free kick was given against him for the challenge on McGinn, shaking his head again on this one. Digne scored a free kick against Manchester United in Unai Emery's first game in charge of the club, but
Through it, a little room to manoeuvre.
Emery became the fastest Villa manager to 100 wins with that victory in Europe, achieving it in 181 games. Here's Amadou Onana through to Luca Digne. Watkins. Not easy for them to get out of there. Diallo finds Fernandez on the stretch, Casemiro under pressure, and Watkins has given away the free kick.
Scott's body in Casemiro.
Diallo. Hopeful one from Mainu. This was awkward for Bogart, but he gets it away. Here's Cunha. Now Shaw. Burmo. Nice turn. Fernandez with a cross, met by Konsa. Again, assessing his options. Watkins was his only real option. Maguire takes charge.
Gone to the other option.
Mainu. Maguire.
United got a little bit of joy in that last attack because they punched that ball through into Mbeumo. It's difficult for them when you've got those white shirts in front of them. Is it white? Cream?
Maguire. Vicious anyway from Cunha, but nowhere near Diogo Dalot, who he was looking for.
You can see it's been a struggle to get in the game so far for the United front three.
Michael Carrick's first Manchester United game in his first spell was a Champions League win against Unai Emery's Villarreal. Jadon Sancho actually scored in that. Of course, he can't play for Villa today against his parent club. There's Maguire. Now Yoro. Casemiro bidding to be involved. That's a great ball that's spread to him by Casemiro. Mainu. Casemiro involved again, looking for Dalot. So I want to talk about the spend on Casemiro when he first came here for a player of his age, but it's not going to be an easy role for them to fill, is it, when he leaves?
No, and he's done okay in this last few months. It was a big fee, 60 million, and obviously the 20 million pounds a year for 4 years means a cost of 140 million pounds, which is astronomical. But he's a very experienced operator. I think when he's been partnered up with Kobe Mania in this last month or two, he's very assured.
Casemiro, 4 times winner of a competition that United and Aston Villa are aiming to get into next season. Casemiro to Fernandes.
They've struggled to replace him on set pieces in both boxes because he's outstanding.
Cunha's cross, and Digne gets it behind. Diallo asking the question as Mings was close to him as to whether he was dragged down.
Well, there's a lot of shouts from behind that goal. What a cross it is from Cunha again. The 2 moments Manchester United have had have both come from his crosses. Penalty shout here at the back post, Mings. Yeah, it's that shirt pull that you can just see. Mings has grabbed his shirt and the neck stretches on Ahmad's shirt, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
It isn't. VAR has checked and cleared it. So is the set-piece specialist going to get on the end of this one? Casemiro is in there, and Fernandes goes beyond him to Shaw. Cunha with the attempt at the cross. Back out to Brian Mbeumo. Here's Luke Shaw again. Shaw going direct. Too much on it for Brian Mbeumo.
This is the shout, and those fans behind the goal are the ones who can see it most. Just watch Ahmad's shirt, the neck just getting pulled. That's enough for a penalty. Let's go pretty quickly. I'm trying to draw the attention a bit to the referee.
So hard, aren't they, for the referees to see those?
I think, look a bit. Having been a defender, you're allowed a little bit of a shirt to get.
And you didn't have VAR to contend with.
No, just a little grab, just gonna let go. This from Gunyu was special.
Seeking to involve him more. Well, I have been playing a patient game. Martinez takes the direct route himself. Here's Menu. You knew he would have been offside.
I don't think he was. You've not seen Dini, the left back, over this near side who dropped back in.
Chelsea sprang that Villa offside trap very effectively in Villa's last Premier League match. Onana has been dispossessed. And United coming at Villa in waves. Here's Dalot. Fernandez strikes it against Onana. Now Shaw. Euro. Dalot's ball across. It was a good ball as well. No takers.
Well, he should be annoyed, Diogo Dalot, because I think it's Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo that are in there. It's pretty simple. Get in there. Get across defense. Both of them go anywhere with the movement at the end of what would really cross that is. You've got to be on the end of those.
Dalot himself will hope to be on the end of this, or Casemiro, or Mbeumo. Mings deals with it for now. Euro with a flick back. Again, Tyrone Mings, a powerful defensive presence. One gets past him. Casemiro with a cross, Mings in the way, but it is another corner.
A bit of pressure building. Mings with a really vital header from under his bar. He might have thought his goalkeeper could have come for. Martinez now just trying to organise in front of him.
Attempts to unsettle goalkeepers, a regular spectacle in this season of set-piece goals.
Reluctant to come on the last one.
Fernandez bends this one out towards Harry Maguire, who wins the header, and Amad Diallo forces a fine save from Martinez. Villa looking to break with Morgan Rogers left behind Ollie Watkins, which breaks down the momentum, and he's given it away to Bruno Fernandes. Players coming from behind. Casemiro tries to get it through. Cleared by Aston Villa. In the meantime, there's still a penalty check going on from that last corner for an incident involving Casemiro. Short pull by this man, Ross Barkley, on Casemiro, but it has been checked and cleared now. Here's Mings. Konsa. Here to Watkins. Here's Barkley. Dean. Rogers curls one in, and Buendia was hoping that it might run. He curled in two against United at Villa Park in the reverse fixture, Morgan Rogers, and he had his sights set again there. Digne, McGinn.
There's a penalty shout at the other end on Casemiro. Ross Barkley goes down easily. Casemiro. And this is the save. Moving to his left. Emi Martins, as you can see, and then he has to adjust.
This is one of 3 2 o'clock kickoffs, and no score yet between Forest and Fulham and Crystal Palace and Leeds. Those matches available to you on Sky Sports Premier League and Sky Sports Cricket respectively.
The better team for the first 10-15 minutes, but United definitely improved in this last 10. Got the rhythm in the passing now.
Closest they've gone is that header from Diallo, who scored with a header against Villa here back in May. And also won the penalty, which sealed their fate. Michael Carrick scored his first Manchester United goal in a 3-1 win over Aston Villa here, so 19 years ago. Again back to Mings, who he succeeded as captain. Here's Mainu. Now Maguire. Yoro. Diallo to Mbeumo. It's Diallo. Rodgers clearing some space for himself, but Watkins crowded out. Mainu likes the challenge as well. Cunha thought about lining one up. Forced away in the end. Did well after the slip. Mbeumo. It's Casemiro, just couldn't sort his feet out. Shaw. Cunha. Rodgers into a dangerous area, but Ogard sorted out the concern, and Onana has a bit of a knock.
I was there for the game at the end of last season. Villa didn't play badly in that game. We just felt that they lacked that bit of belief. I think you're watching them here now. I just think that the football's quite nice through the defensive and middle third, but then you get that final third, you want a bit more punch from them.
Well, it was a controversial game, wasn't it? Because Morgan Rodgers had a goal that he thought should have counted ruled out because Altai, the goalkeeper, had, in the referee's opinion, control of the ball, but because he'd blown before the ball crossed the line, VAR couldn't intervene. Rodgers it was who scored both for Villa back in November against United in the win of Villa Pride when United played well. Here's Digne. Headed away by Yoro. Mings. McGinn.
I think we do this bit well. They connect to that last part. Goals have been a problem for them recently.
Digne.
Quite nice.
There's Hodson. Now McGinn. Rogers finding the space for Emi Buendia. Barkley coming onto it, but Burmo was switched on. Mings. Beyond the reach of Morgan Rogers. Villa actually haven't completed a league double over Manchester United for 71 years when, get this, the two games were actually played on consecutive days in December. Days when you play home and away on successive days over Christmas. So their record at Old Trafford in the Premier League era isn't the best. Here's Buendia.
It's not a problem to look for the extra pass. I get it, and he could have played Digne in there, Brandy. He's got into such a good position. He's such a creative player. Get a yard and get your shot away. Just need to let you off the hook. Some real talent up there. Buendia, Watkins, Rogers, and McGinn.
Breaks down from Onana's attempt to try and force the issue. There's Maguire. Across the reach of Burmo. Taken away by Mings. Concept.
It's a little crazy, but if you put United's front four with this build up from the back, I think you'd have a team. United really slow at moving it out of the back and through midfield so far in this game. Villa doing it well. So when you get into the final third, the United front players look more dangerous.
Barkley. Now Konsa. It is only the top four at the moment that will guarantee you a place in the Champions League next season. England's position in the UEFA coefficient strong, although it wasn't helped by results this week when Aston Villa were the only English winners in European competition. Success in that table will decide whether fifth place will get you into the Champions League next season. Here's Cunha. Now Bruno Fernandes. Bogart's clearance lands at the feet of Luke Shaw. Mainu. Here's Maguire. Bobby Mainu spots the run of Gallo. Yeah, cuts it out, gives it away to Amad Diallo, and here's Casemiro. Maguire. Casemiro's ball across. And Lamar Bogard had positioned himself to ensure that he couldn't reach Mbomo.
There wasn't a lot in front of goal, but for United, these crosses, this one from Casemiro, actually really good balls into the box. And I think they should be entitled to think the forwards that are in there should be busting their gut to get on the end of them. That hasn't happened so far.
Well, Fernandez from the corner looking to put another good ball into the box here. Goes short to Amad Diallo. Cunha. Mbomo. That does well to keep United's hopes up. Cunha trying to follow it in round the back.
One's just a little bit too far ahead. Villa line pushing up. Just means that Maguire and Casemiro have to adjust their positions back the way. It's difficult then for them to get on the end of it. Centre forwards not really touching the box yet. There's Brian and Vermos. Watkins. Johnson has been down this left hand side. Just can't get him in the game where it matters.
Brought in by Villa in the last transfer window, but seems to be actually more as competition for Watkins than starting alongside him, which he's got to do. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. And Konsa blocks the attempt. Yoro. Mainu. There's Cunha. Berno to Bobby Mainu. It's Gallo who's got into a great position and just can't find the finish.
United do have the edge in the final third, but that is when they get into Cunha and into Fernandes. Things start to happen. Bruno Fernandes, it's a delicious little drifted curl pass into the path of Diogo Dalot. He's furious with himself because his first touch isn't bad. His right knee, it's just awkward with that left foot, a little bit wooden.
It's back in December that Dalot scored his only goal of this season so far. He's giving the ball away. And here is Matheus Cunha. Yoro. Up against Buendia. Here's Rodgers. Away by Barkley's found Watkins, whose involvement in the game has been limited so far.
It's got to be better than that. It's a really good ball into him. His job is to get hold of the ball and bring others into play. He's been out of the game, a little bit rusty. Villa have lost their way in the last 10-15 minutes.
Shaw. Maguire to Menu. It's casual from Casemiro. Rodgers. Can Watkins make something count? He's waiting for runners. Rodgers and Buendia have got up there, but he's shown too much of it to Maguire. McGinn though on the follow-up for Aston Villa. And Shaw behind the cross drives it against McGinn to win the goal kick.
Luke Shaw is absolutely crucial in stopping a goal there. That first ball that tries to get played through from John McGinn. He should do better again, Watkins. He's got the dream scenario up against Maguire. He's got him in the box, but then McGinn follows up. But just look at the back post where Buendia is. Maybe Lamans would have stopped it. It's a good block from United's left back.
It was John McGinn who was driving at that Manchester United defence. Hurting his hand in the process.
Yeah, it should have been a corner actually. Just falls into the net.
Getting the ball into the net is proving a problem for both these teams at the moment.
He hasn't played much.
And the flag is up against Ollie Watkins, who, having gone through a formality of striking it, picks up a very unwise yellow card.
What is he doing? That just sums up the first 41 minutes of this match for him. I mean, he's off. He's a yard off. It goes up early. He knows he's off, and then does that, knowing it's just a regulation booking.
Well, he puts himself under pressure now against the only team that he's been sent off when facing, Ollie Watkins. With his red card against them when he picked up 2 yellows, the second of which was for simulation, and he's in peril again.
Yeah, it's been disappointing. Forward play, disappointing Villa, full stop. United players at the back take far too many touches on the ball, too slow. It's better when they get into this type of area with him on it. He just don't get fed the ball early enough.
No.
Just seems to be the opposite of what is a very simple thing. Get the ball into it as early as you possibly can with quality to your most talented players. Yet you see defenders constantly on the ball, walking with it.
Rodgers.
It's really good for Rodgers.
Setting up Barkley for the run. And Rodgers has carried on, but it's Watkins he's looked to. A cross-line yellow. And here's Menu. Fernandez.
There's a counter-attack on from one end to another. Bruno Fernandes is limping back, but then he gets interested. And it just opens up as that Villa back four decide to go back. Let's have a little look to see if there's an option on. There isn't. One of his best. Villa fans are singing Ollie Watkins' name over in that far corner, trying to lift him.
Well, he got a goal in midweek at Lille. It was a much-needed goal for his confidence. Ollie Watkins, a header, as he has been suffering in front of goal this season. And you would think at 30 years of age, this year's World Cup would be his one and only shot at a World Cup, and he needs to keep himself in form to stay in Thomas Tuchel's thinking.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes he's had 2 one-on-ones against Harry Maguire and Lenny Yoro in perfect positions, getting them inside the box. He's just lacked that little bit of belief, that bit of quality to know what exactly he's going to do. Forwards of his age and experience, usually when they get into those areas, you think, right, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to do to work a shot. He's demonstrated that.
His kick is put behind for a corner. Actually, the return of McGinn today at the age of 31 makes this Villa's oldest starting lineup in the Premier League since 2012. And the Villa captain is going to take this corner. Moving into 1 minute of added time. Villa haven't posed too much of a threat in front of goal here to Manchester United. Could this be the key to unlocking that United defence? I think the aim was to pull it back for Luca Digne, but it didn't get anywhere near him. And now United could spring. Diallo has 2 running forward to his right, pushes it back here to Cunha, who's got 4 ahead of him now. Blocked by Onana.
Is that a pass or a shot?
Crystal Palace 0, Leeds 0, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin has missed a great opportunity to put Leeds ahead. A miss from the spot that means it remains 0-0 at Selhurst Park. And it's half-time here. And Amad Diallo has had the best opening of the match for United, with a header that was pushed wide by Emi Martinez. Diallo got in as well, but his attempt was blazed over. It's been easy on the eye from Aston Villa without being a threat in front of